Hello everybody, welcome back. Today I'm going to be building a completely random house from whatever state this wheel picks. Let's give it a spin and see what we get. Probably hoping for something more north, I think. It's kind of about it though. Alright, North Dakota, we take that. Let's get in Google Earth here and find a house. Alright, so we got the US right here, of course, North Dakota up here, you know, for my non-American viewers. If you haven't seen a video in this series, by the way, I basically just dropped the Street View Man somewhere and hope I find a house. This is not a house, obviously. Yeah, just basically keep dropping the Street View Man until I hit a house, and then I'll build that house. Let's drop over here, see what we get. That is a grasshopper. I mean, that's kind of tough, but like, that's not a house. What is happening, man? House? Nope. Do they have houses in North Dakota? I don't know, man. It's not looking like it. Maybe they're nomads out here. What are these locations, man? What is happening? That catfish? Oh my god. That is sick, but, you know, okay. Something else here. I'm guessing this is just like a... What the heck? That's sick. Okay, this is like a tourist highway thing. That's fire. Let's go near like a town. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting the vibe they don't really have houses here, you know? Okay. 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 I think we're gonna start like actually dropping in like towns, because I'm not finding like anything. That might be it. I don't see any reason I couldn't build that. We have any other pictures here? No. Are we building that? Oh, they're the foundation at least, like, coming in. I like this house, though. The tree isn't too in the way. I could get, like, a thumbnail screenshot still. I was a bit worried about that at first, but no, the tree's not too in the way. All right, I can't find a single other picture of this house, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem. This is a pretty decent view. If we go on the top down, we get the 3D as well, which is sick. So we can get, like, windows and everything. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start with the measuring tool, and I'm just gonna get the dimensions, and I'm gonna get that in Minecraft, and then we'll have kind of a nice like plan for it. But yeah, let's get into it. By the way, real quick before we get into this house, I just want to say I got a Discord. It'll be linked down below. A lot of cool people in there. There's like a build channel. You could send your builds, get some feedback, you know, all that stuff. I'd really appreciate if you joined. And yeah, let's get into the build. All right, so I'm gonna just use wool here, kind of like just try to get the shape out. So there's like this right garage section here. It's very rough scale. We'll just see how it kind of comes together. We might size it up, size it down. I don't know. We'll see. And this one, probably 5 across. I might want to scale this up a bit, but that doesn't seem bad because I could fit lanterns here and all the details that are actually in here. So I don't know. And this roof will obviously come up like that. And this one's like across. So that's kind of the scale. I might scale that up like a little bit. I think I scale this up. All right. So I think what we're going to do is this one will be 4 across. And this one will be 7 across. I think is what we'll do, because like then I could just fit more details in general, and I'll have more room for like windows and stuff. All right, let's see how this connects real quick. This front part is gonna be a bit complicated because I can't get too great of a view here, obviously, but I can see a bit. There's a door here, and that goes in to there. So I can actually use the measure tool here. It goes in like 7, but obviously I scaled it up so it's not exact. So really it's probably 9. This all makes sense soon, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like something like that. And that's where like this upper roof starts. It'll all make sense, all right? It'll make sense soon. That's like allegedly the scale there, but that feels so wrong. We'll see. We're just gonna see how all these roofs connect real quick. Kind of get an idea of the scale here. This kind of lines up, like this point kind of meets up just shy of like this wall here. So this actually might not be terrible. What height is this at here? These are placeholder, by the way, just so you know. I don't know if I'm using this or not, like stone brick. I might use something else. All right, so this will meet up like that. Does it do that in real life? Basically, I mean, like slightly not, but it's not bad. I could shorten this like 1 block and then we'll meet up there. So that's what I do, because that'll probably make sense. So let's do that. See if we shorten this like a block here. If you haven't seen a video in this series, by the way, the goal isn't to like 100% to scale build a house. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not usually the most like possible thing ever to get all the details in and all the scale and everything. So I usually scale it up a bit, take some creative liberties and stuff. So, you know, something like this though will probably look pretty good. I think this should be a block taller though. Yeah, let's see how this kind of lines up here. That's really not bad. That's about where it looks like it meets up to, like in real life. So I think that's kind of the scale we're going for. So this kind of section is what I will use as like the scale to kind of judge the rest of the build on, basically. All right, so how's this connector on the back? This kind of does nothing really here. What's the scale look like here? So these are about the same. Like these 2 sections are like the same size, like across, give or take like a meter in real life. So I could use this as the scale for this. And then what's this look like here? This lines up like that. All right, so that's actually pretty simple. Let's just kind of get that part in. But I think it does something like this. There's a door here. It just seems slightly shorter on this side. All right, and this wall comes up to like there. And these like kind of connect like this, basically. All right, we're getting there with the shape. This is probably one of the bigger houses I built for the series, but I think it's gonna be pretty cool. So yeah, it's fire. All right, let's see if I can get more detail here. It does kind of just slope down. There is a window there, which I'll keep in mind later. Can I get more detail on the street? Probably not. Not really at all. Yeah, I think it just meets up, goes down until it meets that slope. I think that's all really going on there. All right, that's not bad. Yeah, there's a window here, which I'll do windows later, really. All right, that looks pretty good, I think. All right, I think it's finally time we tackle the front here, which I'm not looking forward to. There's a reason I've just kind of been saving it. All right, let's see if we can get any idea for scale here at all. It looks like this wall lines up here. If you see that, yeah, these are about lined up. Maybe slightly not, but like in Minecraft terms, closest block, they're lined up, I'd say. And that comes out maybe a block. Probably 2 blocks out there, and this one's 1 block. And that looks about the same size as this, so maybe we could use that for scale. Let's see. Yeah, it's about the same size as this. So same size there. This small, like, I don't even know what to call that, but it looks kind of cool with the shape. I actually like the way this house looks a lot. It's like big without like looking like really stupid. Like a house like this, that looks stupid. All right, but this one, it's a big house, but it's not like architecturally like dumb. You know what I mean? So yeah, this comes out to like here. And then it comes out like 2 blocks, I think. And yeah, this all lines up like that. And how wide across did I make this? 9? I actually think it's bigger. Okay, in real life that's like 7 and that's 9, so it's slightly bigger. So maybe we'll do 11 blocks across up here. So that's what 11 looks like. Let's take these slabs up and see kind of how it connects. That looks like stairs. It's too steep to be slabs. It has to be stairs. So I think this whole roof is gonna be stairs, which I don't particularly like. But just the slabs are just too shallow, you know what I mean? But yeah, I don't particularly like the stairs, but yeah, it just looks more accurate. The slabs were way too flat. That scale might look good. We'll see. All right, yeah, then there's this like this part that comes out here. Stops slightly in the middle, block, and we give a 3 wide window. So that actually will look pretty decent with the scale, I think. Trying to figure out how this all lines up, but I'll figure it out. So yeah, this is the top of the roof here, which, yeah, we're gonna do stairs now. I think, does it actually have the same slope? Yeah, I think they're about the same slope. So yeah, it'll have to be stairs, which I mean, I think it'll look fine in Minecraft because everything looks, the proportions in Minecraft are always a bit off, but you know, it's fine. All right, how does it connect here? It's like a door, maybe 3 blocks there. And it goes over. I think that's what we'll do. We'll do 3 blocks and we'll go over. And luckily all the roofs are kind of lined up, so it makes this a lot easier. But yeah, we'll do 3 blocks in, then we'll start the roof. So this will be 3 blocks, and this will start. So we'll go over here just a lot for now, just kind of see where we're at. Do something like that. Yeah, this goes up a bit. I don't know. It's tough. That does not look good. Maybe it does look good. All right, we'll stack that over and we'll see what it looks like. See, if this were actually where it would line up, let's see what it looked like. That isn't terrible, I don't think. That's really not that bad. We'll leave those open completely for now. Once we get a trim in there, I think they'll look smaller and it'll look better. Just put orange wool in there for now. Placeholder, you know? All right, let's see what this is looking like at scale. That's really not bad. Like, that isn't bad, I don't think. I think that works. Let's connect all these roofs up and see how kind of everything comes together. Oh, that's rough, actually. Wait. It doesn't do that. We could just make this come out 1 block, and then that'll look fine. Let's see here. Like, that doesn't look bad. That looks kind of how it looks like in real life. So I think if we... How would I do that, though? Like, with world edit? Like, grab, like, here, maybe? I could just move this. Yeah, wait, never mind. That's what I would do. I would move this over. All right. That does not look bad. Let's kind of look at the real house, get a bit of a comparison here. Yeah, the roof does kind of like get up there a lot, honestly. And yeah, on that side, it doesn't do it. So yeah, actually, I think we're actually looking pretty good. I should actually a lot there, my bad. But I think we're looking pretty good. Let's kind of finalize the scale here of this. And then I guess get this back roof section. How does it even look? It's a big roof, but it's not like complicated shapes, which is cool. These connect up also, which is nice. The way these Google Earth houses always go, by the way, is that they look pretty bad until I get like the final details in. So I'm not stressing too much. But yeah, let's finish this roof up. All right, it's fire. All right, so this like small little like window section here actually is where the wall ends, going all the way back. So I'll just use this as a marker and then kind of section off this rectangle here, and then we'll focus on this later, but we'll get this in first. So yeah, just follow this like right here, straight back. Then yeah, just cut that off there. Just make a rectangle. Obviously there's like that bit of extra shape in the back here, but it's still like just a base rectangle, you know? Just fill this in, huge. All right, then yeah, this back part, which probably comes out maybe 2 blocks, maybe 3. It's probably about 7 blocks across, You can tell it's a bit shorter than the front thing because they start at the same spot, but the middle is sooner. You know what I mean? So, sorry, I'm bad at explaining things, but you can tell it's a smaller roof. So it's probably about $7 across. Oh, yeah, we'll get that in real quick. The backs of these builds are always just a lot of guessing because there's almost never like a lot of pictures for it. So I'll take what I can get. Yeah, this will kind of just go back. And yeah, I guess we just fill the roof in now because we have basically the finalized shape for it. I think this is where it starts going up here. And yeah, it just all connects up to that. So we'll just fill a lot of blocks in and then we'll start with some more interesting stuff, I guess. Texturing this is going to be a nightmare, by the way. I'm not looking forward to it. We'll probably just do like stone and andesite, just getting a bit of like a lighter color to it. But yeah, it's not going to be fun. All right, outline done. Just filling in blocks now. All right, main roof section finally filled in. That took absolutely ages. I'm gonna fill this one blocks real quick. Actually, I don't think I'll have to. I think most of this will have another roof on it, which will be fire. All right, so from what I'm getting here, right, like basically, yeah, that's like a block or two lower. So hopefully that all lines up. And then what, it like reaches the back? Oh yeah, so it's all lined up in the back. Is it lined up actually? It might be, I think this one is like out a block from here. Kind of hard to explain, but slightly not lined up. I mean, I'll try to do this. I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but we'll see. All right, well, we've reached our first issue, and that is that this won't leave a gap here. Huh. I am slightly stumped right now, I'm not gonna lie. I could move the whole top roof up a block. That might look the best. Let me try that. I think that's fine. This is not how it's gonna look, obviously, by the way. I'm gonna like put a frame around it and everything. So I think that'll look fine. And now we have like a little gap here. Not really still, honestly. Barely. That barely counts. Whatever, man. Who cares? All right, yeah, this comes to like here, I think. Yeah, that looks about right. How wide is this? Hey, 4 blocks, 5 blocks? Oh, we need to fit like a... We'll use this as scale, actually. We need to be able to fit this here with like 2 blocks on each side. So this is probably about 5 across, I think. So let's do that real quick. Make it 6 across, right? So we can have a block here, and then... Yeah, we'll scale it up a bit more, you know? Why not? All right, and this is like here. That's not bad. I'll just extend this roof up, and then I think we're finally done with like the shape of the house, pretty much. Well, actually, we have to figure out where this goes, but that shouldn't be too bad. Huge. All right, just fill this all in, and then we're free. Barely free from filling in the roof, at least. All right, fill this wall in real quick, I guess. Actually, I gotta figure out where this goes. All right, let's see if we can get an idea here. Okay, so it's obviously pushed in a bit. I can't forget this part, by the way. I'll do that after, but it's obviously in a bit. That's not the most helpful thing ever. Oh, it's cool they don't have a fence. So I can get some like details from the back here. It's probably like 2 or 3 blocks. It's not the most specific thing ever. We'll do 3. We'll do 3 blocks there, because that lets us get a support and some details and stuff. All right, then yeah, this will go across here. And we're finally about done with the shape here, which took forever, but you know, it's the way it is. Oh my god, what happened to this dude's mailbox? Rest in peace, man, rest in peace. Based off like the trim and everything, I'm gonna assume there's like white under here. I feel like that's pretty standard. Like as a ceiling of this like porch. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Can't really see. But I don't know, we'll just put a block there, it'll be fine. I'll just use white wool for now. I'll come back and do something else. Actually, wait, how does this look on the side? Okay, it's solid red there. It's like to here, probably. Yeah, then we'll white wool this for now. We'll think of another block to put here later. All right, now we got this just little thing here. What is this centered on? Anything? This. Okay, so it's the same center as that. It looks the same shape and size as that too, which is pretty cool. So I guess, I mean, kind of hard to mess that up, I feel like. All right, it's not bad. Actually not that bad. All right, there's this porch. I think I am going to raise it up. I wasn't sure if I was going to at first. I think it's kind of like too prominent to like just ignore. So we'll just kind of do something like this. And yeah, that'll just kind of make it look like less weird, you know? Something like that. Okay, well, that's kind of just the shape finished, basically. A lot of details to get in, a lot of windows, texturing, all that, and obviously all the stuff around it. Plan on maybe getting the front tree in, obviously a driveway, a lot of flower areas, like mulched sort of gardens and stuff, but it's coming along, it's coming along. One thing that's like kind of an issue is like whatever this is. Like, I don't know what block would really be the equivalent of that. I just have no idea. I use sandstone over here because it's like the top is like a different color. It's kind of similar to like a driveway color. But yeah, here I don't really know. I might just have to go sandstone. I don't have much of an option. There's no Minecraft block that looks like that, but I'll give it a look, I guess. All right, I got a few options here. I don't like this. I just don't like the texture of it. So I think we're gonna have to go with this. This is just not really the right color. I mean, nothing's the right color. Minecraft needs like maybe like a limestone or something. I think that's what we're gonna have to do. It's not great. It's not terrible. It's just kind of fine. All right, let's see what would look good instead of red wool here. Place near like 50 wool. My idea was mangrove. It's not quite the same color, but it's probably the best we can do in Minecraft. Maybe we can mix some logs into something like that. Maybe not quite that many. Something like that. I think that's fine. It's not like amazing, but I think it's the best we got. Next up, I guess we'll maybe get windows in. These are gonna be like garage doors. Just kind of fill them with orange wool so I don't forget. And now I have shelves, so I could actually like make them look better. All right, I'm just gonna go around the house and just kind of punch out holes for everywhere I want to put a window, and then we'll go back and we'll detail it with probably pale oak. There's a lot of white details here. Pale oak is just the best block for it, I guess. So yeah, we'll get all that stuff in, and yeah, it should probably just help bring everything together like really quickly, I think. All right, I guess once the window's done, they're not really everywhere. I've had houses with more, but some weird shaped ones for sure. Like there's like a really like tall one here. It's like skinny. There's some like flat ones, you know, but yeah, pretty simple window layout, I think. Maybe get the garage door in next. I think what I want to do is make it slightly taller in this front one, just to kind of fill it out more. And yeah, I plan on using shelves here. I think it'll look pretty good. And then I had like these like alternating things, like something like that. I think I like that. That looks pretty good. Just kind of do the same thing over here. It's pretty simple. All right, now what? I don't know if I like this. I think I like that. We can do red stair. It just looks weird, like abruptly start, in my opinion. So I think we'll do this. That's not bad. Now what? I gotta texture the roof, but I really don't feel like it, like at all. Yeah, let's get the windows in. I think what I'm gonna do is try as much as I can to like get a pale oak frame on them, and if I can't, I'll just do glass. I'm not gonna like over detail or anything, but we'll see what I can get in here. Shouldn't be too bad. Something like that. That's not bad. I don't know. You can't do all of them, obviously, but you can get some details in. All right, windows are done. I feel free. Like shackles were just removed from my ankles, you know? I'm gonna do this porch real quick. There's just a couple supports I can get in. They're not really too complicated. It seems like just basically like sandstone and like maybe like diorite walls on it or something. I don't know. They're nothing crazy. It's basically it. Are these even? Okay, thank God. We're really getting there. It's starting to come together. It is. It's definitely starting to come together. I need to do the roof. I know no matter what blocks I choose to texture it with, I'm gonna get comments telling me I basically did the wrong thing, but I am going to stick with stone brick for the primary block, even though people are gonna say I should use deep slate or tough. It's my video. Yeah, just kind of light texturing here with the blocks I chose here. Like, I don't know. It'll be more than enough. Just kind of break it up a little bit, because it's a lot of the same texture right now. All right, that is the roof texture. That's like absolutely ages. It's like 20 minutes of my life I'm never getting back. We're really like almost there. Like what, driveway? And then like there's a bunch of plants in the front I should get in, like, you know, some chairs. And then there's a bunch of small details everywhere. Stuff like lanterns, flowers, gutters, but not really much. I think we start with the driveway, honestly. I think we just do that. Shouldn't be too bad. Let's get a top-down view. Probably gonna simplify it slightly. This kind of shape is like very difficult. I guess it's straight on one side and just curves in on one, so it's actually not that bad. Yeah, let's get the driveway in. Something like that. Not anything crazy, really. Just fill it in. Textured a bit, and we'll get on to house details, and we're probably almost ready to call it. All right, real quick, I want to get these like weird, like I guess they're kind of like roof vents. You kind of see it from up here. It's just like, what, like 6 on the top, 5 on this, and like 3 over here. There's 1 here. I wonder if I can get a view from over here, maybe. So I can see what they look like a bit better. Maybe just a block of like deep slate or something. We'll be fine for that. Something like that. There's 1 here, ish. There's 3 over here. And then there's a lot here, 5. Can't really fit 5 there. That's fine though. Let's do 4, I think. I'll just look better than trying to cram them. All right, and then there's like a couple like smaller ones back here. Yeah, just small detail stuff, and then we're about done. All right, I'm gonna texture this like driveway thing real quick. Just some stairs like upside down. Just gotta break it up a little bit. I think the next thing I'm gonna do is just go around and do stuff like this. Like you see how there's like these like sort of vents, some lanterns, like spigot thing, you know what I mean? There's a bunch of random small stuff, obviously the gutters and everything. So I'm just gonna go around the house real quick and just add a bunch of detail. And then I'm gonna do stuff like this, like mulch patch. Can't really see from this angle, but there is one there. And then the flowers in the front. And then I think I'm gonna call it. But yeah, let's get all these details in. This is a door, by the way, but like I don't see a porch. So I think you just step down. So I'm just gonna leave this here. I don't know. There's a lantern here though. Plants, chairs, and then I think we're done. But yeah, let's get this stuff in. A lot of leaves, a lot of flowers. It's kind of a bright flower garden. This house is dedicated to my patron, Simulation05. I appreciate your support. If you want a house dedicated to you, it's just $3 on the Patreon. You get access to like a bunch of schematics for download and everything. But with that, that's this house done. I'm actually really happy with it. I don't have shaders in this version because like they're crashing and I just updated and everything. But this is the final house. We'll get a side-by-side comparison real quick. Take a quick look. Quick side-by-side, of course. But yeah, that's about it for this video. I appreciate everyone who made it to the end of the video. You know, your support means a lot. Like, comment, subscribe, all that. And yeah, see ya. And of course, as always, shout out to my patrons, Aelic, Amirali, ThaMango, Luke 007, Tommi, and Natural High. I appreciate it. And yeah, see ya.